Welcome to the Slightly Biased Podcast's discussion on Game of Thrones. Be warned, spoilers lie ahead.
Spoilers, duh.
So many spoilers.
Welcome to the Game of Thrones chat.
I'm
On the long night, the third episode of the 8th season of HBO's award-winning television show, Game of Thrones.
television series. Your Mom's a series. Thank you.
Hi, Tony. How are you? Welcome to the podcast.
It's good to be back for the second week in a row.
I'm just
This last
so
episode
excited
got me
to be
so
here
heated.
talking about the long night. I thought it was a wonderful program.
Wrong,
That-
motherfucker.
What?
It was a
Grayson,
oh,
and
I'm
that's
sorry.
wrong.
H-
and that was
I'm
a
sorry.
bad episode.
HBO paid me to say that. I'm sorry.
Get the fuck out of here.
You wish they paid you to say that.
It was bad.
Yes. It was a lackluster episode, I thought.
Turn your mic down, Jesus.
Oh, I don't do levels. I'm not really excited for the next week now. I'm kind of feeling a little fatigued
I'm like,
because I feel like they gave us so many options and they just slashed them all at once.
Yeah, seriously. That's exactly how I feel.
understand fans craft theories and they get attached to them over the years.
We got attached to some theories the last episode, and not
yeah.
a single one came
It
true.
just didn't seem like it made sense for a lot of things that happened, I guess. I really wanted a fight between the Night King, not just a little puny slash.
yeah, there was a
know-
fight scene, but it was between a dragon and the Night King.
Yeah.
And then a dragon of the Night King and another dragon. And no one actually fought the Night King except for Theon, who just got fucked.
Yeah, he's like,
He-
here is a
I don't-
wooden spear.
I don't think I would consider
yeah,
that
no,
a
you
fight.
can't classify that as a fight.
Theon decided to charge the Night
Well,
King.
Bum rush.
It was
you
a
could say.
symbol of how many times he's fled the battle. Now
Yes,
he's like,
yeah, it was
I
his
know.
ultimate
Yeah, I see it.
culmination.
he
of
knew
his
he was going to
character arc.
die, and he was just like, you know what, Bran?
You're a
Good luck,
man,
bro.
Theon.
Yeah, he couldn't have left Bran with a knife or shit. Like, come on.
They couldn't put dragons on his wheels,
Yeah.
spikes in the wheelchair.
So Theon had a nice catharsis, a nice wrap up to his plot line, running from all the battles, then running towards the Night King. That was pretty good. I wish I could have
did
seen.
expect that he was going to die. He was in the fucked category.
He was in the fucked category.
and he was fucked.
I wish I could have seen that actual fight. They got so fucking close to the fight between Jon Snow and the Night King. He was running him down, and then he turns around. Fuck, motherfucker stopped running.
Excuse me.
First mistake.
Excuse me.
Don't
when
stop
was he
running.
ever running? I didn't see
He
a
was
single.
sprinting.
He was lightly
Okay,
jogging.
all right, you're right.
He's
you're
like,
right.
oh, I'm gonna
he
go
was
get the
tired,
Night King.
guys.
He was
Come
trying
on.
to sneak.
Tired from not fighting.
No, he was tired from holding on to it. You hold on to a dragon for an hour.
I guess so, but
Give me a chance,
he
please.
was
He was
rested
doing a
more
jog.
than what's her face was.
Sneaky jog, Arya. Yeah, he was doing.
Daenerys. Daenerys was actually flying around and like burning shit. Where Jon
He was on the wall.
landed on
Yeah.
the fucking castle
waiting
and
for the king.
rested for a little bit.
True. But he does his little sneak run. He failed his stealth check. Okay, critical failed his stealth check, or the Night King crit on his perception check. Either way,
Thought he was gonna get a fair 1v1.
I thought he didn't have to stop running. That Night King's thing takes a minute to activate, right? Like he could have just kept running. Turns around, prolonged eye contact, awkward silence. Night King raises his arms. You gave him too much time. You should have fucking kept
And then
running.
he's still thinking about it. He doesn't even move
Right,
as soon
right.
as he raises the arms and
Right.
sees bodies
Can I
lifting
just
up
talk
off
about
the ground.
plot armor there? How he just was able to like get out of that being surrounded by
what saved him? A dragon?
He
Was
ran.
it Dany's?
I think he ran. Oh,
No.
Dany shut up and Dany
Dany-
landed the dragon. 'cause
Oh,
she's like,
the worst
I-
landing ever.
I got this guy's tactical landing, and then
Yeah.
they swarmed
the,
Drogon.
the LZ is hot, but I'll set her down for forever.
Can dragons hover? I don't know, guys. Can they fly?
Yes, yeah, they can hover.
What? Real? Does Dany
I mean,
know?
they can
Does
hover.
Dany know that?
I don't think
Someone
she
should
knows
let
that.
Dany know that.
They can hover.
I know, but
Yeah.
Dany was like, "Let me just land here, where there's thousands of whites."
And then, of course, the whites just all swarmed. And then immediately, so like the whites swarmed the dragon. Neither Dany nor the dragon thought to shoot fire under and onto the red. Like that dragon.
Or just take off.
Or just, I mean, the dragon did take off eventually, but not before
Later.
Danny fucking
No.
falls off like a
And
klutz
after like every single undead in the nearest vicinity was on the dragon.
On the dragon already.
Like
That dragon survived, right? That was
They both
that was
did.
Yeah.
Drogon.
They both did.
Drogon-
They both
They're
survived.
both in the preview for next week.
Drogon
Okay.
definitely survived. He came back in that episode.
Right? I
Yeah,
think
because he
Rhaegal-
helped later. Well, he hugged his sad Danny.
Yeah, when he realized that Danny was sad, he came back.
Yeah, he gave Danny a sad hug after he. I assume he came back after he got rid of the fucking
Yeah.
whites. But so
Well, yeah, there was no more. Well, all the whites died off. So
we all know that dragons are fireproof. We all know that Danny is fireproof. So why didn't Danny use that long ass dragon neck and just swivel around and shoot fire at the torso of the dragon?
Makes too much sense.
Like instant kills every zombie.
don't-
it
on
just
him.
makes
Like,
too much sense. That's the reason. There was a
So
lot of
fucking annoying.
nonsensical things that went on, and that was one of them.
Can I go back to the beginning of the episode before we just start jumping around?
Well, yeah,
I
we
kinda like
probably
the-
should go into
The energy.
I don't
wanna
chronological
forget
order, but
something.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
so
we should not
the-
start with the end.
Yeah.
Number 1. What's up, Dothraki guys? Charge into the darkness. It's cool. The Red Priestess is here. Hold up your swords. We're gonna light them on fire. Good luck.
So the point of
And
the
Ghost,
the
go
point,
with them.
Yeah. Also, where's Ghost? Ghost is dead
alive.
now.
Nope, Ghost
Okay.
is still alive.
Cool.
Plot armor.
Plot armor. That's
Plot armor.
plot armor. That's he was in the front of that charge.
What was he gonna
He's
do?
in the front.
What
And
the
also,
fuck was Ghost gonna do?
Why wasn't Ghost hanging out with like Bran?
Why wasn't Ghost? Yeah, or in
Yeah,
the
why,
crypts.
why
Literally
was
anyone.
Ghost on the front lines to begin with?
Literally
Yeah.
anywhere else would make more sense. Even
Oh.
in the courtyard would make
Oh,
more sense.
I heard dire wolves are arrow proof. That's why.
There were no bad arrows. There were only good guy arrows.
There were no arrows to like. I didn't
Yeah,
think they
that's
Or
they
arrow
shot
proof,
any
the white
arrows until
swords.
white
after.
sword proof. I don't know. Not the point.
Until after they got
It's
to the
just
walls,
so
there were
stupid
no
to send,
arrows.
To send the Ghost out there with. I don't.
I feel
understand.
like they should have done some like oil slicks, some like fire down the walls at the zombies or something.
What, you don't think that one line of trench was good
So
enough?
the problem
I feel like they should have had
I
trench
think-
up against the wall.
I
Is
think
what
the
I'm
problem
saying.
with that is once they get into that fire and start climbing out, if they do, they'll climb up the walls. Then inside the
And then
castle's
be
gonna
on fire?
Yeah.
No,
Because
because they were putting out the fire with their bodies.
but
The
I'm
fire
saying if
killed them. I don't know. It's
They
fire
didn't
could be
put out
carried
the
into
fire.
rules-
They just,
the rules
the
around the
bodies
fire-
just laid on top
Yeah.
of the fire.
The rules around the fire were very inconsistent. Do they put out the fire or do they catch on fire? Because if they were lying on top of fire at
Eventually
making a
it burned
bridge,
through.
it would burn through them into the zombies above them. That's you ever walk across a fire? You ever walk like you ever
I'm
do
not
that
Dwight
thing?
Schrute.
You ever do that thing back in college where like you're at a bonfire and somebody puts a fresh pallet down and they're like, "Hey everybody, walk over the fire because it's a fresh pallet, it's not on fire yet."
No.
No,
I've done that. It fucking sucks.
We didn't go to party
It's-
schools like some of you.
Yeah, thanks to Zoomass. Anyway, it sucks. It's not cool. It's hot as hell. You firefighters do this for a reason. It's miserable.
Did your shoes melt?
No, it was a fresh thing, but like the heat from the fire doesn't care if there's a pallet in the way. The heat is still hot
Yo.
and it still goes up direction. Like insane that they were just like lay down on the fire.
So
Yeah.
on the front lines, they had the Dothraki warriors.
Rip,
They
F,
had
F.
they
Who,
had
like,
Ghost.
And they had
They
they had
had-
to charge, right?
And they had
Ser
Jorah.
Jorah.
They didn't need
They
to
ha-
charge.
they're the
And-
Dothraki screamers. That's what they do.
Directly
but they couldn't
behind-
see where the fuck they were going.
Directly
True,
behind
true.
them, they had the trebuchets.
And they
Which
only used the
shot up
trebuchets once.
Yeah,
And
once.
that was it.
And then they're
Whatever.
like, ceasefire.
And like the trebuchets should be either at the walls or behind the walls.
They shouldn't be on the front lines.
No, not on the front. Definitely not in the front because you can't see what you're shooting at.
No, they couldn't. That's why they stopped, because they didn't want to hit any Dothraki.
Right. They only fired one volley with the Dothraki and then stopped firing.
And it's like, oh, all the Dothraki are now no longer there. Maybe we should
Like
continue to
when
fire.
when you're in
Nope.
battle and you have a line
That's a great
and you're
idea.
holding the line, hold the line. You fire over the line, but they're like you put the cannons behind the line.
and then
right?
you tell the line to go forward.
Yeah, and that's how you win. At least if you're defending, like don't maybe not advance, but don't fall back, but like hold the line and keep using the overwhelming firepower of the cannons or whatever to shoot the deep behind the line. But no, they're just like, no, we'll put the cannons on the front
Fire them once.
and then get overran.
Single
like,
use, disposable.
What?
disposable
So bad for the
trebuchets.
environment. Jeez.
Disposable trebuchets. Like I get that the Dothraki screamers have to run because that's what they do. They get the thing and then they charge, and the speed of the horses is the
It was
point.
just such
They're
a
not
waste.
the horses aren't
Like,
helpful unless they're moving, right? That's why they're on the horses. Also, where were the other Like we looked at that map, that battle map.
Where were the Knights of the Vale?
Yeah, where were
they
the
just like,
other
"Later!"
cavalry? There was other cavalry.
They didn't.
We didn't see any other cavalry.
Saving it for next
They were
week.
in the actual.
Were they in the wall?
They were in Winterfell.
The
Where?
cavalry.
There was no cavalry inside Winterfell.
I thought there was.
No.
On the map
Yeah.
I have where I
The map from it's gone, but the
They,
map it's probably in your room.
they had him on the left side.
There was like Vale cavalry.
Yeah.
There was other cavalry.
Knights of the Vale were there. The guy in charge of them was in like one of the meetings.
Yeah.
But it's like I forgot about him, guys. He was busy that day. He couldn't come for shooting. He was busy.
All right, can we take a
No,
moment?
that's separate from the army Brienne was leading, right?
That's different. Yes.
Different army.
the army
Okay.
Brienne was leading
She had
was
the wildlings, I
Because she
think.
was on the
And,
left.
that was the Banners army. That was the
Something like
Banners.
that,
of,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
The
yep.
Bannermen.
Yeah. So yeah, they completely left out an entire force.
Yeah, it wasn't even included.
Plot.
Probably got cut out
Plot hole.
in the
I need
edit.
it for next week.
I mean, we need. Yeah. Did you watch the trailer for the next episode? They're
Yeah.
gonna need him.
I think there's
Oh
still a
my
lot more
God.
left over than we think. I think a lot more
Yeah.
survived than
I guess.
Well,
Where did they
I
go?
don't-
The entire castle was overrun all the way to the crypt.
they fled. They're like, fuck this, I'm out.
To where?
It's just dumb.
The entire there's a perimeter of trench. Where could they flee to?
Maybe they did some big brain plays and sent them off on like a recon mission or something.
Dumb. No way.
What-
I highly
they're
doubt
gonna
it, but
retcon it somehow. They have to.
Well, yeah.
Of course.
Because you can't go from no army to an army again like that. They had the whole army, right?
Yeah. So the Dothraki charge in. They're done. Somehow Jorah runs back. He's cool.
Yeah, I like how he survived. He was in the front too. He was on the front
he
line.
was leading the Dothraki.
He survived,
Then the whites charge him. Danny flies in with the dragon.
implying that Jorah Mormont is a better cavalryman than the Dothraki screamers.
Well, their head guy was there too. But
Well,
he
he
died.
also had
He
the,
died. He turned into a zombie, and we saw him later.
the sword that Sam gave him. I forget the name.
Heartsbane.
Heartsbane.
Heartsbane. Yeah. So I mean, legendary sword, I guess.
Yeah, but he's got a legendary item,
Legendary item.
magic item.
Grayscale. It's like plus your armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
It must have
cast
been.
mage armor on himself.
So yeah, Danny's like, I gotta go, and John's like, the Night King's not here yet. She's like, the dead are here. So she flies down. They fly down. They light the guys on fire. Caught in a storm.
The storm was
The
that
storm
was
was
awesome.
terrifying.
They're busy for a
It
while.
was a great bit. I love the storm.
Brian and Jamie charge up. They start getting fucking destroyed. They retreat. The Unsullied hold the line.
Unsullied with Grey Worm leading in the front line.
And he's like, nope, I'm gone too.
seriously,
He
just
backs out.
ditches
That was.
his entire
I think the Unsullied
army.
did a really fucking good job.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah.
And
I was
then
really
Grey
sad.
Worm's like, sucks. You guys are
Yep.
going to stay out there.
That was. I mean, you saw that look on that moment of hesitation. He was like, "We have to hold the line for the retreat, and I'm gonna cut all my guys off from their retreat
I think
while
some
they hold
survived.
the line." No, well, that wasn't all
Yeah.
all the Unsullied.
No, it was.
But
there
all
was
of
some
the
them.
Unsullied that were but on the other side, those guys are all dead.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
When they want to light the trench, they can't do it. They have to call the Repriestess to light it. She's freaking out. It won't light. And then it lights.
What was up with that? What was that weird stall moment of
Yeah,
uncertainty? What was that
tension
bullshit?
for the show?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's tension. And then
Lord,
she
Lord
takes
of the
her
Light leaving
sweet
her body
time,
because her purpose is almost done. I don't know.
sweet time to just walk up to the trench and then like slowly
Yeah, this
goes
isn't
down to
urgent
light
at all,
it.
right?
Yeah, seriously. The
No
army
urgency.
of dead's not there or anything.
I get maybe you don't want to lose your focus, but she was already panicked. So at that point, just be quick about
Oh,
it.
we didn't mention
seriously.
that Bran just ghosts out and Theon. He's like, I gotta go. See
Okay,
you later.
I have a theory about that. I think it's been said a couple times by Bran that like the stories that we tell are the only things that matter, and like the stories needing to survive. And he was like talking to Sam, I think, about it. He was saying the stories that we tell are the only bits of us that are left when we're dead, and they are the only things that we leave behind and are survived by. So I think he was being a video camera. I think he was making a historical record
Probably.
in his head of the entire battle through the perspective of the flock of ravens.
Probably.
And
So
maybe
it makes sense.
like he just needed to catalog it for future reference.
It's like he has
How
to do
to
it.
not
Yeah.
fight in a war.
Yeah, basically.
But like,
They did pretty good for all the things that went wrong.
They did pretty good
A
for
lot
they
went
won
wrong.
plot armor that protected all of them.
Despite the people who survived who shouldn't.
it's not plot armor. It's the Lord of the Light saving them.
Despite the people who died who
Except all of
survived
his followers.
when they should have died. Besides those people who were like they definitely should have died, like Brienne,
everyone.
like Brienne, like
Jamie, like Sam.
what's the
like,
guy?
He
What's
wasn't
this guy's
gonna die.
name?
Like
that show.
Grey Worm.
What's this
like,
dude's name? Yeah, Grey Worm,
Tormund.
Tormund. All those. Besides those people, the battle went pretty
Gilly probably
realistically.
should have died too.
I think the battle besides that went pretty realistically. Also, this guy definitely should have died. Whatever.
I don't think we ever really saw him do much.
He was commanding the archers.
Who?
This guy.
Sir Davos.
Sir
Sir Davos. Yeah.
What did he do?
He was
last
He's like
commanding
an
the
everyman
archers.
for like the leader of the battle. You know, he's just there. He's very skilled.
Mr.
He's,
Wolf.
He's not a good fighter, but he's like he's very skilled in
He's a leader.
logistics
He's
of
a
the
leader.
battle. Yeah.
So I think the battle went pretty.
He's the
It
onion.
was
he's
it was
the onion knight.
believable. The Onion Knight. I think it was believable.
I tend to disagree.
The things besides the people who survived, the things that happened poorly, the things that went wrong, the snowstorm, knocking down the wall, them not having a very good plan for them scaling the wall, all of those things that went wrong, that they either, if they could have foreseen it, they didn't do enough to prepare, and if they did foresee it, they knew there wasn't much they could do to prepare. Right? There wasn't really much they could do to stop them piling up and climbing up the walls.
No,
They-
I guess that's true.
They did the trench correctly. They didn't break through the gate except for the giant eventually breaking through the gate. So the gate held long enough. The trenches worked correctly. The screamers arguably did their job, depending on how many, which we don't ever know, but depending on how many they took out, they arguably did their job.
They serve their purpose.
Most of the things that they tried to do worked.
Cannon fodder.
Right? Most of the and those the cross the tic-tac-toe pieces that they left in the courtyard, those were hella
Those
effective.
were really effective.
Very
yeah.
effective. Pretty much everything they did worked except for the effectiveness of individual soldiers. The zombies were just more effective.
Those zombies had
They're
more.
zombies,
They
right?
just
Yeah.
they had
They don't feel
more.
pain.
They were a
just
more
go.
effective force of an
Yeah.
army than
They're more
people.
unstoppable.
Yeah, like
'Cause
you
they
can
don't
kill
have,
one
they don't
and
have
two.
Feelings. They don't feel pain. They
They
don't
don't-
care if they get their arm cut off.
Exactly. They don't get tired. They just sprint at you
Yeah.
and tackle you. And they're not going to kill you in one blow most of the time. A lot of people were cut up and fucked
Yeah,
up
they just
and
stab
bruised.
you.
And they'll stab you in the
Stab you,
leg. They'll
stab
stab
you.
you, stab, but they're not stabbing to kill. They're just stabbing.
Just
to stab.
stabbing you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Do you guys watch Attack on Titan?
Never heard of it.
I had the biggest. Whoever knows Attack on Titan will know what I mean. I had the biggest I don't know if it was a reference or just a flashback to when Lyanna gets picked up by the giant and stabs the giant in the eye.
I
And
read
kills
this
it.
on Twitter.
And I was like, they really fucking went there. They
Yep.
really fucking tried to copy Attack on Titan, where people get eaten by the
Yep.
giants and eaten by the zombie Titan things. That was a 1-to-1 callback to a show that is completely unrelated,
to an anime.
to an anime that's completely unrelated. That was literally if you copy and pasted that into Attack on Titan, it would fit perfectly.
That's hilarious.
It was directly ripped out of a scene from Attack on Titan, where she gets picked up and is slowly being carried towards the giant's open mouth. They even close up on the mouth opening.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, they did.
that is directly out of Attack on Titan. If anybody's ever watched it, you'll know what I mean.
Good to know.
100% something they would do in that show. So that was I loved that.
Rest in peace, my queen.
Yeah.
She served
The
the
true
purpose.
the true
She served her
the
purpose.
true queen
She
of the north
took down the fucking giant that I don't think anybody else would actually be able to take down.
at the expense
That
of
was-
being squished.
Absolutely terrifying to see that thing bust through the gate.
You know who could have taken him down as Torment, but he was busy doing plot stuff.
Yeah,
I guess.
Big boy.
I guess. Yeah, he kind of you don't really see him much after everyone
No.
moves
He
into
should
the
have died.
castle.
I don't know why
Isn't
they
he
kept him
fighting with
alive.
Brienne the whole time?
Torment?
No, that was Jamie.
Wait,
Who was Torment with? I
Yeah,
forget
who was
Torment's
Torment with?
He's with
Tormund kind of
somebody.
just disappears after
Yeah.
they go into the castle. He was
Right,
out there
yeah.
during the fight,
I don't
when they were
remember.
all
They
outside of
retreated.
the
He was
castle.
with the red woman.
Yeah, and then he retreated, and then you don't really see much of him ever again.
I thought
Oh,
he was
well.
I thought he was nearby,
He
but it
was
might have
with
been
he might be
I
on
don't
the
know.
ground level near Brienne. I
It
think
might have-
I think that might have been him.
It might have been what's his name?
Gendry.
Fucking
Gendry. It might have been
Gendry.
Gendry that was
Might
next
have
to next to Brienne and Jamie. I think.
Yeah,
right?
in the beginning. Yeah.
No, when all the whites collapsed.
Oh,
they were
yep.
pushed up against the wall, and it was Brienne, Jamie, and I think Gendry, or it might have been
Okay.
Tormund. I don't remember.
I don't
but they
think it
were
was Tormund.
pushed
It
up
might have
against
been
the
Gendry.
walls.
I honestly have to go back and rewatch it.
I think it was Gendry. So
A lot happened. During that episode.
Yeah,
I was-
the whites break
so
in. She
we-
dies.
we got to say we did call one thing.
What?
100% perfectly
What
called
do we
it.
call?
The dead Starks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Yep.
I wish
We
it was
100%
Starks we
called
kind
that.
of knew or something like Rickon or something, but whatever. It's just
We
dead
can't
Starks.
recognize
you
them.
couldn't
They're all
recognize them.
skeletons.
Yeah, they were all decayed.
I want-
Hey,
I wanted to see headless Rob
Yeah, seriously.
Oh,
Stark.
the
Did they
his
bury
body
him in the
never got
crypts?
back to there.
Didn't it?
No.
Oh,
I
I
don't.
thought they did. No, they did.
Who was
going
to carry his body?
They
back?
brought Ned's body back.
Oh, that's what I meant.
But they
Ned
didn't
Stark.
bring-
Yeah,
Oh,
headless
yeah.
Ned.
Tyrion-
I wanted to
Headless
see a
Ned.
headless Ned Stark
When
zombie
When
fine
Tyrion
people.
was handed the king, he sent the remains north.
That's what I was referring to Ned. Sorry, not Rob.
But Rob was definitely dumped in the river. Same with
Yes.
King
Oh,
Catelyn.
yeah.
The twin.
Yeah, that-
the twin
all
river,
of
or the
them.
bridge or whatever.
Do you guys
Definitely
know
didn't
about
make it back.
the subplot in the book? You don't read the books either.
No.
Right?
I have,
No.
I've never
in the
read
books,
the book.
Caitlyn comes back to life.
That's terrifying.
Catelyn Stark.
Yeah, she comes back to life. The
Yeah,
the
you
red
told me
priest
this.
guy, not the woman. He gives her the kiss of life, and she comes back as Lady Stoneheart, who wants to take vengeance against the Lannisters in the Freys. So she's still alive in the books, which is weird.
Walder Frey.
But they never did it in the show. I don't know.
Oh, there's still
Fun
time.
fact.
They also
There's
didn't do the.
3 more episodes.
Yeah,
There
I
is
bet
still
she's gonna
time.
show up.
Well, she got buried in the crypt.
Catelyn
Yeah.
dumped in the river.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And
there's
yeah,
no
'cause
way she made it back. Well,
The North was a mess at that point.
they
Right,
completely
right.
they eradicated the entire
Yeah, the
northern
red
force.
wedding.
Yeah, at the red
Yeah.
wedding. There no way were they sending the bodies
Yeah, you're
back.
right. Actually, yeah, they probably got
And
dumped
plus,
in the
who were
river.
they going to send them back to? No, Winterfell
Who
was,
was,
fallen by
No
then.
one.
Oh, was
Theon-
it? Was
Theon-
it?
Theon
Theon, oh,
moved
okay.
in, and
Yep.
Theon's
I
not going to
forgot.
fucking care.
Okay.
Theon burned down, then his men
Yeah.
abandoned him, and what the fuck? Ramsay took him,
Yep.
Yep.
made him reek.
Oh yeah, that was nasty. Reek. What else?
We've been jumping around.
I liked Arya's badass.
Arya was badass
She
with
was
that
so
fucking
badass.
staff,
Yeah.
and then she got like overwhelmed.
Well, she got hit in the head,
Yeah, so she got overwhelmed, and then
and it was just about
the
survival.
Hound lost his mind with the fire, of course, and he was like, "I can't do this. There's too many of them." And then Barrack's like, "Look the fuck up there."
And look at that
Arya's
little
still
girl.
Look at that little
fighting.
girl
putting
like,
you to
about
shame.
To
And
fall.
the Hound's like, "Oh, I gotta help her," and you ran away. They
Yeah.
ran after
and
her.
he did.
And
And then the horror movie started.
Army of the Dead
Horror
called
movie.
timeout,
They went to
and
the
everyone
library.
everyone
Yeah.
had a ceasefire for a good 20 minutes
That's
while
good.
we run through the
Iron
library.
slices, you gotta hydrate.
Oh, Jesus. Like, did some of the zombies splinter into every hallway? Why didn't all
they
the
were looking
zombies
for
go down
some-
Why were
every
they
hallway?
so relaxed?
Why didn't every zombie go down all the hallways?
It was so.
Why did
They
only
did
4?
at the end.
It was just dumb.
Why didn't they in the
There's
beginning?
no point. We
It's
know
silly.
because
Arya
there was
is
a
quiet.
ceasefire.
Oh, right.
We
the
know
ceasefire.
Arya's sneaky. We know all this. We
She's
don't
a
even
rogue.
See it.
She
Yeah,
is
she's
a rogue.
She's a
yeah.
rogue. I saw so many tweets that were like rogues for the win.
And then they fucking
that one battle in Dungeons and Dragons where your rogue comes in and like you've been prepping for a month and the rogue
Right.
comes in and one shots the boss with a crit.
Sneak attack.
and then
Sneak
during that
attack.
part, it's also the dragon fight where they go
Oh,
up.
true,
they go above
true.
the clouds. There's a cool
That was
shot.
pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
Danny
very, very
doesn't
cool.
know how to do dragon fights though.
Yeah, John was like a better
Danny
dragon fighter. than
doesn't
her.
know how to fight
He's
at
a-
all.
He's a true Targaryen.
She held the sword for a minute.
Yeah,
She held her own.
She learned very quickly how to fight
Yeah.
when
She's
her
just a
life was
conqueror,
on the
she's not
line.
a
Right,
fighter.
back to back with Jorah. Oh, I love Jorah's dying. Like
I'm glad it
his,
happened.
his
Let
ending.
someone
I'm
fucking
glad
meaningful
he's
die.
dead. Like
My
he was a
favorite
bad
part-
character, but
My favorite part was when he gets stabbed, like in the torso. She like pulls him over and then lets him take a blade right into the
she
chest.
does. She
literally
100%
pulls him
does.
into the line of
like
the
a
sword.
zombie. A zombie charges both of them, and she's to the left of Jorah. The zombie charge. He's already taken a blade. He's like kneeling,
Yeah,
and then
he's
she
injured.
she hides behind him and moves him in the way of the blade. She literally uses him as a fucking human shield. That literally
that
happens.
guy got
Friend
walked
zone.
all over.
Literally
the
human shield.
the entire series.
Jeez, that was the best. That was
Oh,
the best
man.
part of that scene.
I laughed so hard when that happened. I was like, that bitch literally
She
just pulled him in
literally
and let him get stabbed. Oh my god.
She got +2 AC from using a human shield. Oh, I love all of the Dungeons and Dragons comparisons to that battle. There were
Yup.
so many.
The Night King has no fall damage turned on, right?
Yeah.
Why didn't
Oh,
he
yeah.
just fucking fly in and jump off the dragon in the middle of Godswood? It'd been done. Done.
Did he not?
No, he walked.
Oh
in
yeah,
there at
you're
the
right.
end.
You're
walked
right.
in.
He fell. No, I was thinking about the fall damage thing.
He
How
fell
far
off
did
the
he
dragon.
fall? He fell all the way.
Yeah,
He
he's
fell
like,
from really, really, really far, and then he
He's-
got dragon fired.
No fall damage, no fire damage.
Well, he's immune to any damage except this one
I
way
know.
of killing him.
which is nuts.
There's only one way to kill him.
Now I wonder
Did Arya know how
Yes.
to kill him?
Yeah,
Okay.
she did.
I think
That's why she
I
had
think
the
she had a
Valyrian
great
dagger.
idea of how to kill him, and she just went for it because
Okay.
the right pieces is.
I don't think she
the
knew.
blue eye.
I don't think she knew to stab him in the heart. I think she did that out of instinct, but
Yeah.
she knew that it had to be Valyrian steel.
Yeah.
That's why she had that dagger.
Because I thought like other characters. I thought I forget who.
the
but
the three-eyed raven knows.
yeah, Three-Eyed Raven knows how he was created and
Yes.
how to kill him.
That's
and
the
I
only
thought,
way, yeah.
I swore that Sam read like his creation and then had an idea that maybe that's how you kill it. I might be talking out of my ass.
That's probably
It sounds right. Using the Citadel.
If it's
Yeah.
not what happened, they'll make it what happened.
yeah, sounds about right. But yeah, Arya just comes up and is like, "Oh, I know how to kill you."
The one thing that I take more issue with than anything else is how did she get past the White Walkers?
Nothing
they
personal.
showed
kid.
it earlier in the season. It's a way of it. Remember, she sneaks up to John in the Godswood. She just sneaks up on him. I
Right,
guess she got
yeah.
by. I don't know how she got by the whites and everything, or the other White Walkers, but she can sneak
Well,
pretty
she sprinted past
She's
the
got
Whites.
100 sneak.
She has 100 sneak. But she and you see even too, they hint at it when the White Walker turns his head to
Yeah,
the right,
the
looks
wind
behind
blows,
him.
yeah.
The wind blows and he looks behind him. He's like, what the fuck was that? And then Arya pops out of the shadow.
Can I
and
just
fucking-
rant about the Night King for a second?
Yeah.
I'm wrong in a second.
do it.
Children of Forest created the Night King, or they created the White Walker to kill the first men.
Yeah.
So he's a super weapon. Now, is he supposed to have personality?
Also, how did they have Valyrian steel?
They did Dragonstone.
It's a
It was
weapon.
it
Why
was
would he have
obsidian.
personality?
Exactly. But he smirks at Dany when the Dragonfire comes on him. He's just like, nope, I don't think so. He should have been like a fucking Terminator and just got back and went for Bran. They wanted to give him like a personality, but not show anything else about it.
I don't take issue
Yeah.
with that. I like
I just
the
really
personality.
wanted more from the Night King. If he was, I guess now not the big bad of the series, but before we thought he was the big bad, I wanted something. But now he's just a fucking super.
I mean,
weapon.
you know what they said during what Dany says next episode because
What?
it's quoted in the trailer.
What did she say?
We have won the greatest war. Now we need to win the last war.
Yeah, well, what I can guess is so George R. R. Martin, yeah, Gurm. He
Gurm.
is not a huge fan of Lord of the
Gurm.
Rings. He thinks
Right.
it's just a really
They're-
basic fantasy.
I mean, they're
so I take this almost
Bible.
as like
right.
what
They're like a Jesus metaphor, right?
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very very Christian.
Yeah.
Are they really?
So I feel like
Yeah. If you look into the symbols,
they're
I've never
really-
drew the parallels.
if you like look up an explanation of it, they'll explain it. And
Good to
it
know.
makes sense.
So I feel like this is like in a traditional fantasy novel. This is the end of the book. Is this episode? But what they don't ever realize is the afterwards of how you take back the kingdom and everything and like put balance and everything. And I'm guessing this is what the final 3 is about. And I don't know what they're gonna do because her army is pretty much decimated.
Yeah.
And they're in the north.
and she doesn't own.
And
the
there's no
kingdom.
fucking food or nothing now. So they have to like
They can
almost.
eat the dead.
Yeah, eat
I
the
don't
dead.
think there might be another battle, but I think it's more along the lines of Dany or whoever wants to be king
There will definitely
is
be
going to
another
need to like
battle.
win the
I think
houses
there
and win
has
the
to be.
people over.
Did you
So-
not see the army that Cersei has?
Yeah, she's 20,000
I
men
have a-
plus
I
the
have-
Lannisters plus whatever other banner she calls.
I think she's
20,000.
I think she's
Cell
only
swords.
gonna
Cell
have.
swords, yeah.
No, I think those guys are going away. I think
I
she's
can
gonna
s-
piss off Theon and they're gonna run away.
Euron.
Euron.
sorry.
Did you not see?
No, I don't think Euron's
where
gonna leave.
Euron was in the preview.
He was
like,
kneeling for her.
He was like next to her
Right.
the
He
entire
was-
time.
Yeah, but
I
I think he is only there at her behest, and the second that he pisses her off, she's gonna tell him to fuck off
Or she'll kill him.
or kill him, and then the Golden Army will run away.
I don't think the Golden
But-
Army would run away.
I think what's going to
She
have to
paid the
happen.
Golden Army.
I
they
think
don't give a
they
fuck.
have to.
They don't give a fuck about Euron. They could care less if he dies or not.
We'll
There's
see.
no
We'll see.
way. There's no way the.
I think they're gonna have to write them out.
So the cell swords,
They can't
work
beat
for the
they
bank.
can't beat the Golden
They
Army.
They work for the Bank of Bravos.
Yeah.
So they have to. If Tyrion is smart, he could make a comeback now and kind of like whip it around where they work for Dany now.
Buys them out.
Something
Oh,
like
man.
that
That'd
could
be
happen because they're
insane.
cell swords. They
Yeah.
only serve one fucking.
They
whoever
serve the
has
Bank of Bravos.
Yeah, whoever pays them.
Yeah, they only serve
And
who pays.
I don't
them.
know how. I don't know how. The kingdom now, the 7 kingdoms, Cersei can afford these things because like in the second season they were in fucking debt.
Yeah,
They were
millions
they were-
of gold.
They were in fucking
How
debt
can they
when
pay
she
this?
got this.
It was
army.
it was
Rock
to the
has
point-
no gold.
It was to the point where it was a central plot element.
Yeah.
They were talking about it in the plot about how they had no money.
Like-
I don't
and the
think
bank told them they had no money.
right. The bank was like, "Your credit's not good here."
Yeah.
I think this is my theory. I think they're gonna have to get rid of the Golden Army somehow
Yeah.
because they cannot beat the Golden
Because you
Army.
can't have Dany
No
come
way.
in and kill everybody in King's
With a
Landing. They
dragon?
won't follow
No,
her. They
no.
will not follow her.
They're gonna be like,
You have
"Fuck
to
that! You have a
oust
dragon."
Cersei.
The last time we saw dragons, that was the Mad
Yeah,
King.
you have
Fuck,
to
get the
oust
fuck out of
Cer-
here.
You have to win the hearts, and it's gonna be hearts and mind kind of shit going on at the final 3 episodes.
It has to be. It has to be.
There's
I
gonna
think
be a
the
fight
dragons.
with Euron's men are gonna do a fight. It's gonna happen. Jon's gonna fight
Yeah.
Euron and win. You're gonna have Clegane fight the
Cl-
mountain.
Clegane Bowl.
It's
I
gonna
don't-
happen,
nope, it's
Tony.
not gonna
It's
happen.
happening.
I swear if it happens.
I think
if it happens, I will give you $5. I don't think it'll happen.
Clegane Bowl.
It's gonna happen.
I don't think so.
You're putting 5 on no Clegane Bowl.
I'm putting 5 on no
What
Clegane
I
Bowl.
told him was gonna happen was
Are you
Clegane
taking that
Bowl's
bet?
gonna happen. Sure.
Okay.
Clegane
Of course
Bowl's
he's
gonna
take that bet.
happen.
He doesn't have to
I
bet
th-
anything against it.
I think the Hound is going to lose, or at some point I'd be about to lose, and Arya's going to come in and kill the Mountain.
That's
It's
what
gonna
I
be like
thought.
David versus Goliath kinda shit.
But then Arya will have literally done everything, and I think that's
Well, that's
too
just the
much.
Hound. That's just the Hound, though.
The Mountain.
I don't
The Mountain,
think.
yeah, it's the Mountain. But I mean,
I don't think they're ever going
It's
to
too
see
much.
each other again.
What? Oh, the Mountain and the Hound.
Yep.
Well, they have to.
why
they
are you
have to
so
kill
hurtful?
They have to kill the Mountain to get to Cersei, and they're gonna kill Cersei. So how do they kill the Mountain?
Do they have to kill
Dragonfire,
Cersei?
bitch.
You know what? They could have Tormund kill the Mountain.
Or you could do that too.
Tormund versus the Mountain would be an entertaining fight,
that'd
but I
be
feel
dope.
like the Mountain would just crush Tormund because
Probably.
Tormund's like he's a great warrior and all, but the Mountain's got
The
the
only
undead
one who-
strength.
Yeah, the only one who got close was the guy from Dorne.
Yeah, and only with his quickness.
Yeah.
and even still, like
Dexterity.
the dexterity.
Don't worry, guys. I'm telling you.
Even still,
What's
the
gonna happen?
the Mountain did get like a couple of shots
Clegane
in.
Yeah.
is gonna
And he
get
won.
Barrack's fire sword, and he's gonna
Besides
light that. He's gonna light that shit on fire. The fire sword. And he's gonna fight the Mountain. It's gonna happen. I'm telling you. I was wrong.
We
I
all
said this
know
last
that the
week too,
fan.
but
We all know that the fan theories never work.
I know it's so sad.
Apparently.
Never come true.
I was ranting
Apparently.
up to Joel about this today, and I was like, why couldn't they fucking do this? Have the Night King flee to King's Landing, have Cersei lose her mind, like, fuck, become the Night Queen, and have them
That
have the epic
I
battle.
much
but
would have preferred the Night Kings losing all his armies and then getting away.
That would have been
Yeah,
such a
that would've been
great
way
ending.
better.
That would have been way better.
But they did set up Arya killing the Night King in season 3.
Yeah, they did.
They did it, but the red priestess said this: "You'll kill
You'll
blue eyes,
you'll close
brown
many
eyes,
you'll
green
close
eyes, blue
many
eyes."
eyes, blue eyes, brown eyes, green eyes, whatever. For the they I think she said you'll close many eyes forever.
Yeah, she said it again in that episode.
Yeah, she quoted herself. Yeah, and then when she said blue eyes, it was like, oh fuck, it's
It was
me.
like, I can't do
And
any
ran
endgame
off.
spoilers. Never mind. I won't do any endgame spoilers here. I'll hold those.
yeah, no end game
I was gonna
spoilers.
say
Wrong,
something
Not
endgame,
yet.
but,
Maybe
wrong
next week.
podcast.
like, what do they go through now? Like,
So yeah, where do we go from here?
I guess Dany could get Dorne on her side. 'cause
I think we have to take
the Dornish hate Cersei,
we have to take for granted the Golden Army's going away.
Are the Dornish?
or they're gonna fall to the bottom.
Is anybody from Dorne going to make it to Westeros?
King's Landing?
In
just
King's
send a
Landing.
Raven, man. You just need to send a Raven.
Send a raven.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, with plot
Dorne
armor.
is closer to King's Landing than the North is to King's Landing.
Oh, I
Way
guess,
closer.
I guess that's true.
Yeah,
See a
but
map?
but the Raven to
Yeah,
get
pull up the map.
to. Oh, he has the real book. Oh shit, he has the book.
We're pulling out the
That
hardcover.
book is way bigger than I thought it was.
It's got some beautiful artwork too.
That is some pretty nice artwork, and you haven't even opened the book. That's just the inside of the cover.
Hold on.
Jesus Christ!
Preface.
I literally didn't know these books were this big. Are they all this
history.
big? Are all these books?
This one's just this. I don't know. This one's just like the world.
Yeah, this isn't like an
Oh,
actual
okay.
one of the.
I thought this was
stories.
one of the novels.
No, this
All
is
right.
not one of the
I
novels.
have the novels in the other room. I think.
Is
The
it
novels
smaller?
are novel size.
Yeah,
Okay,
the novel
good.
size, yeah.
I was gonna say like,
Oh,
Can you imagine to
holy
read
shit.
this like on the bus?
This looks like it. This is the.
Isn't like it approximately this size, but it's like novel size. It's not this huge ass hardcover.
Oh, you mean
they vary
thickness.
in length.
Yeah.
but
It's that thickness, but like the size of like your
Yeah,
hand.
like an
hand of it.
actual
Yeah.
novel size.
Because this thing that we're looking at, for the listeners, this thing is like a
this is the
Guinness.
Battle of Trident.
This is like a Guinness Book of World Records size thing.
Let's take a quick look.
Like a.
What are you doing?
I don't know what the map is. Hold on.
It's an 8.5 by 11 at least.
Yeah, it is.
It's bigger than an 8.5 by
The
11.
cover is slightly larger than an 8.5.
Remember we had that
by
conversation
11.
about the continents. Do you remember this?
Yes, yeah.
There is. I told you there's another one to the south.
I know it wasn't the one to the south that I didn't believe.
But
in.
I'm
I
saying-
was arguing that Bravos was to the northwest.
I thought
This
we
is
were
right
arguing
here.
something
It's
to the
northeast.
What? The bank of
East.
the Iron Bank
Yeah, it's across the Narrow Sea.
to the east.
It's to the from King's Landing. It's to the east.
What the fuck?
Hold on, I gotta find a map.
Can't,
This
that,
sucks.
that,
I don't know what the
that
fucking
seems
map
so
is.
wrong because in the intro sequence when they
How about you
go,
look at like the index for map.
Well, I'm trying to get the context.
this is bad podcasting. Out the
Just
wazoo.
keep talking.
Well, in the intro sequence when they do the zoom and fly from like season 3 or 4 or whatever from King's Landing to Bravos, they go up and to the left. So I thought
Does
that
that
was,
have to mean anything?
yeah, because it's when you're zooming out of King's Landing and you go left, that's fucking west. Oh wait, unless you're looking at King's Landing from the north, maybe that's what it was.
It could have been.
It probably was because you cross the water from King's Landing, and King's Landing's on the east coast.
Yeah.
All right, so that's fucking misleading as hell
Mm-hmm.
because they zoom out of King's Landing, move left, crossing water, going to Bravos.
Yeah, looking at it from the north.
So fucking, they moved they just had the camera from looking at it from the top.
Yep.
Man, fuck that intro sequence. No wonder
I'm sorry, I can't find a full
No
map,
wonder I
Tony,
was
but here's
confused.
Dorne. And King's Landing is up here.
Jesus Christ. I thought King's Landing was like on the west coast because of that stupid
shit.
It's
northern
on the East
perspective.
Coast.
Yeah, because of
Castle
the,
Rock.
because of the
It's on the West Coast.
Yeah. Because of the northern perspective they always show King's Landing from.
Here, Tony, dig into this thing. You're a smart kid.
I'm not going to dig into
No.
it. You know how much
Alright.
easier it is to just look it
That's
up
not
on,
gonna
Yeah, I
happen.
know,
on
but
my
then you
phone?
can feel the
Okay,
page.
so you think they're going to get the Dornish warriors
I don't know. It's just, well, I think they're going to call upon as many banners as they can.
of the Seven Kingdoms?
They don't really have a choice.
They have the Riverlands is against Cersei. They have whoever's left in the Riverlands. They have
The
whoever's left in the
Vale.
Vale.
Yep.
They can. This won't happen.
Well, they have the Vale.
this. Yeah,
They
this-
probably saved all
They
the Vale.
could, but it
soldiers.
probably won't happen. They won't call across anybody in the Narrow Sea a Marine because that guy's still a Marine. The guy who loved Danny, who stayed behind, who she
Who-
left behind.
Hoorah.
Is that what he said?
Oh,
No, you said Marine.
The other sellsword? He was a sellsword, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
He was like the head of a group of sellswords.
Wait, you mean the guy that's coming to kill Jamie and Tyrion?
That's Bronn.
No.
Bronn's
Her,
different.
Love
her
Bronn.
plaything back in
Oh,
across
that
the sea.
dude,
that dude with the
yeah.
long
The guy they
hair.
recast.
I like him. He was cool.
They're gonna.
Oh yeah, that was back in what was the name of that
Oh
place?
yeah, they did recast him.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
What was the name of that place
Wasn't
with
it
the
Marine?
pyramids? Was it Marine? Yeah, it was. Because that's where Missandei is from.
She's from Noth, which is near there.
Well, but she was a slave
She
from
was a
Noth,
slave.
Yeah,
and she got
was a
brought
slave
to
from
Marine. Yeah.
So I'm gonna call the predictions now again. It was just last week, but Cersei's still gonna die by Jamie. That's still gonna happen.
I think so. Yeah.
I think Cersei.
Well, what do you think is gonna happen next episode though? I mean, I guess because they could stall for an episode. So what do you think the next?
They need to because
What do you think the next
well,
move
episode
is gonna
5 is gonna be the
If
other
Jaime's
battle.
gonna kill Cersei, do you think Euron would kill Jamie?
I think Euron will be dead by that point.
be? Yeah, they're gonna have to kill
You
Euron.
think so?
Yeah,
Yes.
they're gonna have to kill
Jon
him
will
to
kill
get
Euron.
there.
They gotta have a sword
She's
fight.
gonna be in the back.
John will not fight Euron. There's no way.
Why?
I don't think so.
If anybody, Theon would have to.
Theon's
Well,
dead.
Theon's
Exactly.
No, but okay, they're gonna have. They can't. They need to have a fucking sword fight. I swear to God, I want a goddamn sword fight so bad.
You just want to watch some sword fights, Vinny?
Yeah, because I do. I want their hands to be off and just fighting with their swords. But like,
Just whip out some swords, slap them
then who's
together.
gonna kill Euron? The only person who else could do it is his
Bree.
niece.
Bree.
That's it.
Right?
Brienne. Brienne's gonna die by
No,
Cersei.
No, the
the other Greyjoy.
Yeah, it's Yara.
the
Yara,
last
Yara.
Yara. Yep.
Yara could kill Euron.
That it's either that or Jon. Call him that now.
I think the who kills them is less important than
I just like to
what
speculate.
happens next.
What's gonna happen?
Do you think
next?
they're gonna march
They're
on
gonna
King's
regroup.
Landing?
They're gonna have to figure
Well,
out
that's
a plan.
taken for that's
I fucking hope Bran does something for once instead of just sitting there and not saying anything.
no, he's the record keeper.
Tyrion's gonna have to have some redemption in the next episode.
I think he's gonna make the plan, but what do you think the plan's gonna be?
If anything, it'd be the tunnels of King's Landing.
That's a good point.
But they
But
can't
then
just, they
Cersei would
cannot
also know that.
storm in. They got to win hearts and minds. They can't just start killing people.
Yet Dorne
You
is
have to get people against Cersei.
I think they're gonna have to make the people see that Cersei's a monster. But don't you think
They
the people
fucking
already
that.
know?
She blew up the top of Baelor.
Well,
I
then
have
they don't
confirmed.
need. They don't need to win the hearts and
Dorne
minds.
is much closer to King's Landing
Yeah.
than Winterfell.
Yes.
Yeah, but they don't need to win the people's hearts and minds if the people already hate Cersei. They just need to kill Cersei, and then everybody loves them.
Yeah, but they have
Who
to
in
do it
King's
with
Landing
minimum
still
damage.
likes
The,
Cersei?
the Kingslayer was a fucking hero.
Mm.
He killed people, and he was a hero because he killed the fucking Mad King.
I think Cersei will be ousted in episode 5. So it's the next one's going to be what the kids call filler.
But what
I
do you-
like the filler
but-
episodes.
yeah,
personally.
it's gonna be a filler.
filler
I like when
episode.
they just talk about things versus just doing mindless combat fighting.
You
for
need
now.
to talk
you
about
playing
things like
D&D?
what happens next. Like seriously,
Yeah, people
you
like
really
the battles
don't
of new
know
D&D players.
what is everyone in Winterfell going to do. Like
They're
they
gonna-
just got.
they're gonna
I think they're going to
have to go
stabilize.
south.
They're going to
They
stabilize.
have
and stay
to. They have to do a filler episode to stabilize themselves.
I mean,
There's
they could-
no way.
Well,
they
if
can
you
do
look,
anything.
if you watch did you watch the trailer? Because they were like stable. They were
yeah,
good.
yeah, they were good, and they were having
They
meetings
could
and
wait
shit.
there
Yeah.
for Cersei to come
They
to
had
them.
plenty of supplies
But Cersei's
again.
not
It's
gonna
like
come,
what?
'cause it's the
Like it
fucking
looks
North
like they
in the
cleaned
winter.
up all the
No,
bodies.
yeah, they were like good already. At the like I think there's going to be a little bit of a time jump, and it's just going to be to like a clean Winterfell.
How much
might
fucking
be, but
bodies
so far-
are in that vicinity?
They're gonna show one shot of them moving bodies and then not talk about it again.
Probably.
Yeah.
I see it.
Big burn pit.
Yeah, they're gonna show like one frame, like one little panning shot of people carrying bodies, and then it's not gonna be talked about again
Can't wait.
because they don't have time for that shit.
But it's still gonna be an hour and a half again, or hour 20 minutes.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
an
it's a
hour and
long
20.
A lot's gonna
There's
have to
gonna be.
happen.
I think we're gonna see them make the plan this episode. Probably they're
I'm
gonna
sure of
they're
it.
gonna learn some shit.
There's a
They're-
reason why all the logistics people stayed alive. You know, the smart people stayed alive.
The
Plan.
They're gonna.
Yeah, they're gonna do a heist at King's Landing.
Yeah.
They're gonna steal back the throne. But then it gets to the point of who's gonna take
do
the
a heist.
throne. Is
Yeah.
Dany gonna lose her mind still? I don't know anymore. If she's gonna go become Mad Queen, what's gonna trigger
she's
that?
on her way.
But did this episode relax her?
I think that-
I don't think this episode
So
relaxed
this is
her.
my theory. I think that her pregnancy is going to drive her crazy. She's Cersei. She's pregnant. I think that's going to drive
No, we're
her
talking about
crazy.
Dany.
Oh, okay. Oh, you want her to be the villain? Yeah.
No. I just want to. If she becomes a Mad Queen, what's going to trigger that event?
I don't want her to be the mad. I don't want her to be a
either.
villain.
I want everyone to be happy now. Happy endings. That's
I
what I'm
w-
calling
so
for.
this is
Happy
what I
endings.
wonder. This is
Rain
what I
on
wonder.
Jada and get
Bittersweet.
married.
This is what I kind of wonder. I wonder if Cersei is going to have a redemption and Dany's going to turn evil. Because Cersei's pregnant now.
There's no
Do you really
way.
think they're going to kill a
I don't think
pregnant
they could
Cersei?
sell Cersei
Cersei's
or
too
redeeming
far
herself
along.
in 2 episodes. I'm going to say. It's
So
a
was
lot
Jaime.
Cersei is far too.
But he had like 3 seasons to redeem himself. He had to get his
Yeah.
hand fucking cut off.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jamie's already kind of redeemed himself.
I think this could be a Snape situation. I think they've dropped enough hints about showing her being conflicted about her decisions.
Cersei?
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
She clearly didn't give a fuck.
Shame.
I think that drove her even madder. And that's what led
She
to
got her
blowing
Yes,
up the fucking
it
revenge.
definitely
Baelor.
made her more unstable, but I would not be surprised if they pulled out some redemption shit and
I-
said,
I don't
we've been
see it.
I'm
dropping
with
hints
Tony
for
on
it
this.
forever.
There is not enough time to do that for people to believe it.
She's way
That doesn't
too
mean they
far
won't do it.
along to
Yeah.
actually have a
After
redemption
this episode,
arc at this point.
I
I
think
think you're
impossible.
right that it's too far
She
along,
has
but that doesn't mean they won't do it.
the massive army that she's been accumulating and
They're
ready
going to lose the
to
Golden Army.
fucking wipe out the
Yeah.
rest of the North after they just got decimated.
What's going to happen next?
It's already set in stone. She
What's
is
gonna happen
the
next?
villain.
In the next, I would say, 10 minutes of the next episode, Bronn's going to show up. He's going to. He hasn't been
has
seen
to.
in a
What's
while.
he fucking going to do?
I don't know. I don't think he's going to kill Jamie or Tyrion.
No, they're both his best friends.
Yeah.
He's probably going to tell them, "Hey, you guys are fucked."
Yeah.
He's going to get
tell
up
them-
and he's going to
He's
get
gonna
there. He's
double
going to be like,
agent.
"Where's your
Bran should
army?"
know that they have the cell swords.
He's going to be a double
I
agent.
would hope.
No, they definitely know that.
He definitely knows because they
Well, no,
arrived
they-
while he was there.
he
didn't they?
knows.
That's
But
Bronn.
do we
This is
know?
Bran.
Does-
Three-Eyed Raven.
Oh, I thought you said Braun.
Brandon probably knows.
Said both of them. That's why. They're both being talked about in the same conversation.
Yeah.
How dare you?
And their names are the same, so fucking
Yeah.
difficult.
I didn't just.
It's not our fault. Their names.
You
are
can
similar.
I
you
know.
can pronounce Bran.
You know in the
like
books,
Braun.
there's 2 characters with the same name in the books.
Yeah.
2 characters with the same name.
Like first name and last name.
No, just the first name.
Oh, okay.
Aegon.
No, Asha or Aisha.
Aisha.
So in the books, Yara Greyjoy.
Yara.
Whatever. These names are killing my
Yara
voice.
Greyjoy.
She's named Asha in the books.
Yeah.
They changed it for the show.
Because who's Asha?
So
She
because
was
everyone
that
would get
wildling they captured in
confused.
the first season.
Right,
Who
okay.
helped Bran
Oh
get put on the wall.
yeah. Yep.
And
I
then died.
remember.
She-
Next to
yeah,
Ramsay
that was
in
the
like a
ex- the
split-second
escort.
scene.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot about
That's
her.
season fucking
She
6
tries
or
to
5.
kill. She tries to kill
6.
Ramsay.
And then fails miserably.
She gets stabbed in the neck.
Her sleight of hand roll was a critical
Yeah, it was
fail.
shit. Ramsay beat that shit.
So many good Dungeons and Dragons references.
Oh my god.
What else we got?
I don't think we hit anything else here.
How much? What time are we at?
Arya killed the Night King. You hear about that, guys?
Arya did kill the Night King.
Yeah.
Do you think that was earned?
Yes.
I think it was earned.
It was definitely earned.
It was
I think
frustrating.
a lot of people thought
Why
it
was it still
different.
frustrating?
Because it
Because
happened
you
so
spent-
suddenly.
No, you spent
It was a surprise,
8
but was that
years
why it was
of
frustrating?
Jon, or not, like last 3 seasons of Jon personally battling the Night King. To
Right.
then have him not even in the vicinity when he was beaten. He was fucking
He didn't even
staring a
help.
dragon
Yeah.
down.
He didn't even help.
He
That's how
tried
it-
shouting
it was
at
a
a
very
dragon.
it was a very Game
He
of
was
Thrones
gonna
moment.
Well, okay, so this is what I thought. I really thought they were gonna have the dragon breathe on him and him survive because
yeah,
he's
that's
a
what I thought
Targaryen.
too. I thought that's
Yeah,
what
I expected him to get have fire breathed on
Right.
him at some
I really
point.
thought
He
that.
needed
and
to get
never
fire.
And I
happened.
thought that Red
And
Priestess
it's like,
would,
dude, what's the big deal? You're a Targaryen. You're immune to fire.
We're waiting
well,
to
he's a
see
Stark
if he
too,
is.
immune to
Well,
cold fire.
you know what they also say? Ooh, that's a good point.
But that didn't happen.
You know what
yeah,
they,
no, it didn't happen.
Well, Viserys Targaryen was killed by fire because he wasn't a true Targaryen.
But what defines a true Targaryen?
The spirit.
Was
Yeah,
he killed by
yes.
fire?
Yeah.
He was. He was killed by molten metal.
That's not fire. That's
It
molten
was,
metal.
It was fire. It wasn't
Mm.
the. It wasn't the weight of the metal. It was
It
the
was
burning.
It was
because-
the burning of the metal, but that's
no,
not
no,
a
no,
fire.
no, Tony. In that scene, Dany goes, "A true Targaryen will not be burned." She says it in that scene.
She says it in,
Oh, okay.
in the
Fair
scene.
I mean,
enough.
I get what you're getting.
The
at.
explanation-
Like, that's what
I
he's
was
getting at.
the explanation
I
is
didn't
diegetic.
understand because, like, yeah,
She explains
it's
it
not
in the moment,
real
though.
fire. It's technically molten metal.
She
it's
says
a little different.
but she also says
different
it to,
substance.
She says it to him as he's dying. She's like, sucks to fucking suck. You know, if you know it wouldn't suck if you were a true Targaryen, you wouldn't be dying right now, motherfucker.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
That motherfucker would have tried to fight the Night King personally. Like, dropped off by a dragon to fight him.
That ego was larger
Yeah.
than Kanye West. That's for sure.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, yeah. So I think if Jon, like, that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting to see if Jon's a true Targaryen, because if he can withstand the fire, he deserves the throne.
I think you would.
That's like Thor. It's like the Thor's hammer.
But we'll never know because they didn't want to fucking do it.
Litmus test.
They should have just had the dragon do it. Just blow it on him. It's just for the hell of it. And then have the Red Priest bring him back to life. If
Oh,
the
what,
worst case
Jon?
scenario, yeah.
Oh, you
If
mean
he
they
did
want?
die.
Well, they don't know about that test except for Dany.
That's why they
No one knows
about
about it. She's not gonna try and do it. She
the
had no
the
reason
ice
to.
dragon.
Right?
The
No,
ice
I know,
was blowing
but
on him.
you're saying they should have Melisandre standing by.
No.
Like,
I'm saying she was there no
Let's
matter
see
what.
if you're immune.
She was there no matter what, and then
It's not
she
a fucking
just
social experiment.
takes the necklace off at the end and just dies because I guess her purpose was served, telling Arya to kill the Night
Yeah,
King.
why did she just choose to die? She pulled a fucking Luke Skywalker at the end of
Because she was a
that. Plot armor, the opposite of plot armor.
It's like, I'm just
she was a
ready.
firm follower of the Lord of
but how
Light.
did
She
know
Captain
that was
Marveled
wrong?
herself.
That was she
too
fulfilled her
powerful.
prophecy, and she had all of that power of like her.
She only existed to kill the Night King, right? No, she was trying to get the fucking like blood ghost to fucking kill the throne.
what
served.
what
Lord
was
of
her
Light.
purpose?
Her purpose was to find the true king.
Was it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because she was trying to create that
Initially.
fucking blood ghost with the leeches, and then she killed the kid on the pyre.
She was all about King's blood.
She just
But
wanted
then
to
she
find the
just-
king's blood. That was her
She
whole
got
mission.
cocky.
And then,
Kill
she,
Shireen.
and
And
then
then,
kill
so then her
Shireen.
prophecy must have changed for some reason. Did
either
she,
her prophecy changed, or we don't really know what it was.
she could have talked to the Lord of Light and said, "Hey,
She could
I want you to
but
do
we'll
this
never know
instead.
that because that's never gonna be in the fucking show.
Of course not.
Come the fuck on.
The last thing that we ever saw of her like questioning herself was when she was like looking into the fire in season 4. In that fire
Shrug.
in the brazier.
Yeah.
That's the last time we saw her doing like that shit. And then there was that scene when she was at the Night's Watch when she got naked and like someone found her and was like, "What the fuck? You're old."
Yep.
And then we found out it was because of the necklace.
Mm-hmm.
And then she fucking she disappears from, because then, yes, Sir Davos sees her at the Night's Watch, and then she leaves
Yeah,
instead
'cause
of
he
getting
would've killed
killed
her.
because he was going to fucking kill her.
Of
So
course.
she fucking bails, and then we don't see her again until this episode. And
She
she shows up out of nowhere.
Where did she go?
Seriously,
The
out of
Lord of
nowhere.
Light kept her alive.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Lord of Light kept her alive
Yep.
until she got to the place where she needed to be, told Arya what she needed to tell Arya, and then she fucked off and died.
I'm telling you, man.
So
the Hound's
her
next.
true
He's after
destiny,
Lord of Light
her
next.
true destiny was to kill the Night King. But she thought she was on this weird I think that was her redemption. Her dying there was her redemption because she was on this false prophecy line of trying to find the king's blood and using it to create fucking blood
Maybe she
ghosts
really-
for no reason.
Maybe she wasn't listening the whole way. And she was just
Yeah,
doing
well, I think she was
she's
like
interpreting
blinded. She
herself.
was like blinded by
Yeah.
her own
She
religion.
could've
I have
been.
power.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been the
do
first
like
time.
I do like that they killed all the rest of the priests of the Lord of Light.
Did they?
No one can come back anymore.
Oh yeah. They killed I think in all in the whole world.
Well, we don't know
There's-
of any others.
There's some across the Narrow Sea.
Okay.
There's no more in the Seven Kingdoms.
What's across the Narrow Sea?
What?
What's across the Narrow Sea?
Essos? No,
You mean like the Bravos country?
Yeah.
The Bravos continent.
Essos.
The
Yeah,
desert
Essos.
place.
Where? Yeah.
Because they're
yeah.
in Westeros now. Yeah, it's Essos.
Okay.
with all the pyramids
Where are
and
there
shit.
Where are there Lord of Light followers in Essos?
There was
They're in the cities and stuff where Tyrion
Oh,
was.
okay.
Like Marine
Were there
and
like
stuff.
Yeah, no,
priests
we
that could bring
definitely
people
saw
back?
it when
I
we were
believe they
following
come from the
Tyrion.
south and Southios, but they've never seen the show. So
Southios.
That's what I think that's how you pronounce it.
Southios.
Is it
something like
really
that.
called Southios?
Yeah.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever
Yeah.
heard of.
When
why
we
it's not
were
on the
following
show.
Tyrion through the city.
That's
we
why
did
it's
They're not
see
even.
a
It's not
couple.
even in the books, really.
Or
They
at
mention it.
least one. At least one was like
Southos.
There's
uh,
unicorns in the book
chanting.
too.
and trying to get more followers for the Lord of Light.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Word.
Yep. So next week's filler.
Next week is filler.
Let
agree.
us-
I hope it's good filler. It'll be good shit.
It's going to be good because
Shit.
of what just happened. Like what
Tyrion's
is
gonna
next?
redeem
If
himself.
any kind of filler will be a well deserved.
They're gonna say they're gonna kill
reprieve.
Cersei, and Jaime's gonna be like, "You can't kill Cersei. You can't do it. She's my sister." And then an episode later, he'll kill Cersei.
Oh yeah,
Don't worry,
totally.
he'll strangle her. It's happening. And I want a good Cersei death, a good one. None of this Night King getting stabbed once and just dissolving into ice.
She stabbed him right in the heart.
Whatever. I appreciate it. That was her whole arc of the show, was doing that. So
Yeah. Anyway,
Does that mean now she's going to die?
no, Arya's not gonna. Die.
no, she can't die. She's smart and strong.
She's plot armor, man.
She's just
She's
too
smart.
good.
I'm telling
And
you what's
funny.
gonna happen.
And
She's
funny.
gonna marry Gendry and be Wardens of the North. I'm telling you.
If they
I want
if
that
he
to,
survives,
I want that to happen.
He's gonna survive because I need the. He's a Barath. He's the last Barath, and he will survive.
They could also just kill off the Baratheons.
I understand that, but I don't think it's gonna happen. That's my opinion. Just like you don't believe in the Clanging Bowl and you're wrong, but it's okay. It's your opinion.
I fully intend to win that bet.
I want
Can't
them. I
wait.
want to watch them plan a heist. That's my goal.
It's gonna be the next episode.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Davos and Tyrion planning shit out because they're
Yeah.
both sneaky motherfuckers.
Yeah, and what's his name? Baldy. Littlefinger's friend. Can I remember his name?
Which one?
Littlefinger's best friend.
Oh, Varys.
Varys.
Varys he's gonna have to take down Qui-Gon because he has to get his little birds back, which are the kids who spy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
To win their hearts and minds again. Keep more candy.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you think Varys can get back into King's Landing?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah. Oh yeah.
He knows everything.
Just like be there.
So in the books, Varys was a thief before all this. Like
Yeah.
and then he lost his
He
balls
was in
to a
the
wizard.
story.
he probably was in the story too.
Yeah, he was in Game of Thrones. He mentions it
No, he
about
does.
his past. Yeah.
Yeah, because he was a thief in Essos.
Yep.
He
And
lost
that's how
his
he lost
balls
his
to a
balls.
wizard.
No, he got
threw him into the
trafficked.
light, and they saw the figure in the light.
He got trafficked, human trafficked.
I thought it was. Oh, was it human trafficked? I thought he got
sold.
caught and they cut off his
He was
balls.
sold
Yeah,
to a
after they
dark
caught him,
wizard.
he got trafficked.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's what
He got
it
sold to
is.
a wizard. That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they cut his balls off and threw him into the frying pan for a spell.
Yeah,
That's exactly
That's what
And then
happened.
he caught the guy at the end in one of the seasons.
What a
he
fucking
killed him
life.
too.
Yep.
Yeah, he hunted down the wizard and fucking
That's
killed
when
him.
Game of Thrones is like all of the mind, not just
Yeah.
plot points to
High brain
make the
wizard
mouth breathers
killing.
happy.
Wrinkled brain.
Yeah, it's good stuff. We'll
Yeah.
we'll see you next week when we talk
When we're
about the
pissed
next
again.
episode, and we're mad
Episode
for some
71.
mad for some other reasons. Yeah.
Thanks for listening. For more Slightly Biased podcast content, please visit our website at slightlybiasedpodcast.com or follow us on social media at slightlybiased_.